action.
Very secret. Didn't know that was happening. Raise your hand if you watched Disney Channel as a kid. Okay. It's mostly all of us. Our generation had one of the most classic Disney Channel eras. We had Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and the Jonas Brothers. We also had commercials that we couldn't skip through. We had commercials about yogurts, we had commercials about other TV shows to watch, and we also had Disney Channel's Friends for Change ad campaign. I always thought Disney Channel was super innocent, I could watch it and be totally fine growing up. Little did I know they were using rhetorical devices on me. Today I will be talking to you about Disney's Friends for Change ad, which as many of you may remember, was a Disney campaign ad that featured Disney Channel's top stars advocating for ways we can help the earth. So to refresh your memory,
what the most powerful force in the world is?
you mean friendship?
Friendship for sure.
How about a million friends teaming up to do something?
Disney's Friends for Change is about friends coming together to make big changes.
Really big. We're talking monumental.
Our friends and our determination to make a change is an amazing combination. So we're getting together with our friends to help make our planet a better place for all of us.
To begin, for you to understand more about social functions of rhetoric, I'll be describing Disney's Friends for Change ad campaign and how it uses building community and assisting in advocacy. To begin, I will talk about how Disney's Friends for Change ad build community in order for you to understand how that is a social function of rhetoric. Disney is very known for being a company that targets children especially. That is their target audience. And a big part about building community is that all members have something in common. So if we are all kids and we're all watching Disney Channel, that's something we have in common.
Mm-hmm.
And the company also assumes that because we're watching Disney Channel, we're sharing in the company's values. Now, as you saw in the video, they were using a lot of Disney Channel stars. And because we're all watching Disney Channel, we all look up to those people and we want to be like them. And they're using that to build their community and grow out into the... Yes.
Into what?
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Look beyond me.
And so that's one of the main themes is using friendship. They're saying that, oh, if you join this ad campaign, you can be part of our friendship. Which leads me into my next topic, which is that members of the community do not know each other personally. If I joined this ad campaign, which I probably did as a kid, it didn't mean that I was going to be best friends with Mitchell Musso. But in my head, I thought, oh, I'm joining their friendship group. Next, I will talk about how rhetoric assists in advocacy.
Mm-hmm.
In this essay, you can understand more about the social functions of rhetoric. Assisting in advocacy asks a lot of questions, such as, who is your audience? Like I said earlier, Disney Channel knows their target audience, which is kids usually around 8 to 12 years old. Now, they chose these actors because the company knows that they are role models and that they target this certain age group. But they also use, the song in the background that is sung by the Disney Channel stars who are in the ad to make you feel something, and maybe you'll actually want to go buy the song, which you'll listen to the song, think about the earth, and want to help the earth. But they also use the imagery in the background, which is you see the blue sky, you see all the nature with the trees and the grass, which makes you think, oh wow, this is beautiful, I want to save it. Now they're using these on their platform, so Disney Channel has this huge platform, and so they're using these social functions of rhetoric to bring a voice for the environment, because that's something that they believe in. To conclude, I hope you understood more about the social functions of rhetoric, specifically building community and assisting in advocacy, through my example of Disney Channel's Friends for Change ad campaign. Now, when you grow old, and you have kids, or maybe you're an adult and you're also watching Disney Channel, and your kids watch Disney Channel, your nieces and nephews watching it, I hope you can tell them you're not as innocent as you think, their ads are using social rhetoric on your innocent minds.